Party people, are you ready to party? Yeah. Welcome to Orgasmic Conscious Cooking with yours truly, John Ashford. I'm wearing my White Sox shirt representing Southside Chicago, where I'm from. Uh, Good evening. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful beginning of the week, wherever you are on the planet. Um, Special shout out to my boy Derek Blocker for bringing me in every week, and Eugenio. Love you guys. Really appreciate the magic that they bring, y'all. We got the technical part down, y'all. We got the technical part down. Cross your fingers. Okay. Maybe I'll get this down. Now remember, you got to hook up everything before you get started. What's up, baby girl? How you doing, T? Um, it's gonna be real simple. I'm doing a dessert. So Tori and I love sweets. Okay. My two tonight was gonna be obesity, but I was like, I don't want to cry on the screen with y'all. No, I'm just joking. Uh, but we've been getting more in tune with our body since Tori has this kidney possibility, and we've been seeing this naturopath. We decided that we're gonna start eating healthier. We're cutting gluten. Now, occasionally we eat gluten, and when we eat gluten, it shows up. When we eat dairy, it shows up. I get a snotty nose. I start having a cough. Feel like I'm catching a cold. Gluten and dairy, not my friend anymore. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching for different foods. So I got on. Check this out. I got on. Let me, because I want to give some love to somebody. One second. I know I don't supposed to be off screen, but let me get this person real quick. So there is a person that I took this recipe from because I want to give them some love because I got it off their site. Uh, Danielle Harm Wellness. Danielle, DANIELLEHARMS Wellness. I got this recipe off of her Instagram page. I saw it and I was going to show her some love, and it's healthy. So it's a dessert. Me and Tori love sweets. Love sweets. So I said, why not fix a sweet? And I'm going to put twist to anything because I like to make things orgasmically conscious. You got that? So I took her recipe and I kicked it up a couple notches to make it mine. I want to show her some love. This is called cinnamon buns. Okay? They're going to be bite-sized cinnamon buns, and it's made out of, guess what? A sweet potato. Oh my God. Oh my God. A sweet potato. Okay? She said leave some of the skin in because in most potatoes, this is where most of the nutrient lie in the skin. So I might put some of it. I'm going to see. So what's in this is organic, 2 cups of organic oats. And it says put it, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make it because I'm looking for consistency. I don't want it to be too wet. This is one recipe you don't want to be too wet. I have a cup of chopped pecans. This wasn't an original recipe. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of real maple syrup. Costco's getting some love here, but it really ain't Costco syrup in here. I keep this in the refrigerator. I get real syrup. I ordered syrup from Vermont, maple syrup, and it's delicious. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and brown sugar and cinnamon to roll it in afterwards. Vanilla. This is vanilla made in bourbon. And cinnamon is what you roll it in, but I'm also gonna put cinnamon in the mixture itself. And a tablespoon of mixed nut butter from Trader Joe's. I prefer this nut butter has dry roasted and salted almonds, cashews, walnuts, Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, and pecans. So the pecans will have some love. And I'm gonna show you guys something that's a little bit different. I shop around for a lot of different things, and what I do is I belong to this. If you guys want to order from me, you can order me. I order DoTerra oils, and so I have DoTerra Madagascar vanilla. It's an oil. It enhances the flavor of vanilla, so I'm gonna drop a little bit in there and go bam. But let's talk about the tool first. Let's talk about what's going on. Anybody? Hopefully, you got some people out here. People probably like you forgot to let us know you're coming on. I'm here every Tuesday night, y'all. Tonight we're on time. It's 6:34. Okay, I'm not gonna be on long because it's not a hard recipe. Just want to give you something to go. But let's talk about what's been going on. What's going on in your world? There's a lot of pressure on the planet. I was talking to a sister last night that was going through, uh, like, she was having a meltdown. She does some of the work that I do with people and bodies, and she was having her own issues about her body, about not really being kind and using judgment towards your body. We have a lot of judgment. My boy Derek said it's like we had snow in Oregon yesterday, 11 between 5 and 11 inches, depending on where you were in altitude, and it's April. Some shit really going down, y'all. And I've been joking people, not really joking. I was like, what are people gonna do when aliens start walking around? What they gonna start thinking? And so this every week I come in here, I love showing you guys different recipes. This is one of the orgasmic things that I do, one of my creations. But really, the main reason I do this is just, you guys understand energy. I'm gonna talk a bit about energy. Uh, I guess I'll do this first, and I'll get back to this. Um, I always said I was going to do a two with this class with the food, and the reason I want to do a two is I have twos from Access Consciousness. I went to a COP class, Choice of Possibility class, and they talked about something called artificial intelligence systems. And I'm gonna read something because I want you guys to get this. Artificial intelligence of this reality is that you need to have a relationship, you need to have a husband, you have to have a wife, you need to have money, you need to have a job, you need to have a career. It's all the needs. Anytime you start getting really needy or you're around, how's it feel to be around needy people? You be like, get me the hell away from these people. But what happens when you become needy? It actually you start to become and you start inventing intelligence, artificial intelligence that actually starts to work your way through living. And so you're not in choice, you're not present. I know that sounds crazy. There's artificial intelligence and all the technology we have, but it's also be permeating us as beings. And what would it be like to be able to jump out of that? When you say, I don't know, it's always the artificial intelligence of this reality. I was in a class one time and I told the instructor, my brother Dane here, that I was out in the ocean. I had experience with some dolphins and stuff, and I was trying to explain to the class. I said, well, I don't know. And that's the default that we say when we even know. Even like when your relationships, how many people have been in relationships and they act like they don't know that it's gonna go bad or it's gonna go belly up? They know. They're just in denial because artificial intelligence say, I need to have a husband, I need to have a wife, I need to be in this relationship so that people don't judge me. People gonna judge you anyway. And I'm not telling people to run and leave their relationship, but what I'm saying is, what would it take for you to let go of the artificial intelligence and be present with who you are and what you be, and allow people around you to be that way? Just something to think about because I understand, and this is another thing for me. I do a lot of meditation. My dear brother Bernie Bear just he taught me a lot about this type of meditation that we do, and I find myself being distracted from that, from the AIs that are running my life. And I have to like turn my phone off. I have to set alarm so I can get back to it because I find myself being so distracted from AIs about, I need to do this, I need to do that, instead of just letting go of some things. Once in a while, my wife always reminds me, John, just let it go. Y'all feel me? Okay, enough of that. Y'all ready to cook? Let's get busy. This looks like it's gonna be really yummy. Okay, I'm hoping it's gonna be yummy. It's my first time making it. I'm gonna taste it and let you guys know. Yeah, it's something that keeps for a while. You keep it in the refrigerator. It's high protein because of the nuts. Uh, the glycemic number, I'm saying that wrong. The sugar number is low. Glycemic number is low because of the sweetener that we're going to use. We're not really using too much sweetener at all. And the sweet potato contains sugar already. Let go of remote control. Yeah, babe. Let go of remote control. What would it be like to let go of remote control and be present in everything? Everything, y'all. Next time you go someplace, do this. This is going to be kind of funny. See what people do with this. Next time you have a dinner party or something, ask everybody to give you their cell phones and put it in a bag and put it in the closet so people can be present. And watch and see what people do. They start to get kind of weirded out about it. What are you doing? Because we've been so trained to be this. And I'm guilty of this. I'm going to be present with this. I could be sitting on the couch next to Tori and we think I'm present. This has gotten in the way of actually being present. And I'm making it a thing that I'm going to let go of some stuff. I'll read the rest of this at the very end of this recipe. But I want to get started with this because I don't want to keep you beautiful people for too long. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take part of the skin off of this sweet potato because I really don't want the skin. You know something, y'all? See how easy the skin comes off the sweet potato? I'm gonna let that come off like there. Maybe if some stays on it, it will. But okay, it just came straight off. So I baked this sweet potato in the oven for 45 minutes at 375. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, you need the cutting board. I don't drop my equipment. I'm gonna squish it down like this. So voila, mashed sweet potatoes. Okay. Now, Sweet potatoes are naturally, and when I was a kid, I didn't understand. My mom fixed sweet potatoes, and it's tons of sugar that we cook sweet potatoes in. And as I've gotten older, I realized I don't need to add that much sugar to sweet potatoes because they're naturally sweet potatoes. Okay, and these are actually yams. Okay, it's kind of weird. There's a lot of different yams and sweet potatoes that we interchange, but this is pretty much more of a yam than from my understanding. Lots of iron. Uh, I can't remember the other aspects of this. Very mineral because when you taste the sweet potato, you can taste the minerals in it. It's definitely different than a potato. Uh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting this together. So I'm going to drop a couple of pecans in here. It calls for 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. One more for love. Let's see. It calls for a tablespoon of nut butter. Let's see. It's a little bit more than a tablespoon. Drop that in there. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I'm gonna use. I don't have a number two, so I'm not gonna do this like this. This is beginning to look yummy. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Put my top on here. So I'm gonna mix this. Oh, so I'm gonna take a drop of Madagascar vanilla flavoring. And I'm gonna put the. Let's see. We're gonna do it like this. See, drop, 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 drop. Come on, drop, drop. 2 drops of this oil. It really enhances the vanilla flavoring. Uh, put a little teaspoon. I use a cap a little bit more. I'm gonna put 2 of these, a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring in here. And before I add the syrup to it, guys, because that syrup was just gonna be something added, but I want to taste and see if it's sweet enough on its own. Oh, and I want cinnamon in here. Teaspoon of cinnamon. I like cinnamon. I hope you guys like cinnamon. 2 tablespoons. Oh, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Yeah, but the 2 tablespoons went with the brown sugar because Derek said, "Sometimes do you change the recipe?" Yeah. So the 2 tablespoons went with this brown sugar, and we're gonna roll this in here after we finish. So let's just mix this together. Oh my God, guys! I wish you guys could see this. So looks pretty delicious. Tori said cookies. Yes, these are no bake cookies. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna afterwards you're gonna put them in the fridge and they'll stiffen because of this oil, this the butter, the nut butter, and the coconut oil hardens when it gets in the coconut in the refrigerator when it gets cool. So it actually creates. Let's see. I'll grab me another spoon because I don't want to. Voila. Because I want to taste. I don't want to taste out of the spoon I'm using because I think that's gross. I think that creates. It can make people sick because the saliva gets in there, starts to break things down. Okay. So it's not as sweet as I desire. It's a little sweet, so I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of this there. Oh my God, this looks delicious. Anybody ain't got jokes out there? I had a joke, but I can't tell the joke. It's a dirty joke. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pour half of this in here because I don't want it to make it too dry because you never know. It's still kind of wet. Not good, Johnny. Not good. Let's see what happens. I guess I'll drop all this in here. That's 2 cups of gluten-free oats. Now, there's a difference. When you go buy oatmeal, you have to, it says gluten-free. Now, when I asked somebody about that, they told me it's just the way it's grown, I think. It's a certain part of the oat. So make sure you get the gluten-free. Those of you who are allergic to gluten especially. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's still kind of wet, so I guess I'll use the rest of that. There we go. 2 cups for sure. I'll grab me another spoon, see how it tastes, and that with the oats are in it. So it's going to harden. I'll take these. The people at my job, guess what, you guys? You guys have a treat tomorrow. 'Cause Tori and I won't eat. We won't eat all of these. So I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. One more taste. I don't have another spoon, so I'm gonna use my knife, handy dandy knife, and see what it tastes like. Very earthy, very different, very healthy. Brown sugar here. Let's see what it's. Let's work it out. Get some line for this. My brown sugar kind of dried out, but that's fine because it won't stick. So I'm using the brown sugar specifically to actually um, not allow it to stick. So let's see what happens. So, first time, so you're gonna see it doesn't always turn out the way you think sometimes, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Let's do. Let me grab one more spoon. Kind of interesting. This is different. That's what one looks like, guys. Place it here. Do a couple more for you so you guys can see what it looks like. It's kind of interesting. I did the sugar earlier. It dried out. How the hell did that happen? Brown sugar. You guys understand that brown sugar is nothing but white sugar. Guess what? With molasses added. That's how they make brown sugar. I used to think, oh, it's a different type of sugar. It's not. When I found out, I was like, oh, I can do that myself. With my handy dandy mom showed me how to do research and stuff. I was like, hey, I can make my own brown sugar. Some people are like, why would you do it when you buy the store? Yeah, that's true. But I can control my molasses flavoring, which most people, that's what you're going for. I love the healthy alternatives. Me too, babe. Me too. That's another one. Makes kind of a messy finger, but that's fine. And so, like I said, right now it's very, very soft. What's up, sister? How you doing? How's it get better than that? You know it. Uh, gluten free. Gluten free is always the shit. Trust me. My body is as I not get I haven't aged. I just matured, as my friend told me, and my body doesn't appreciate gluten anymore. So I actually start listening to my body. What would it be like if you listen to your body? What does your body know? What's your hack if you're short on brown sugar? That's it. If you're short on brown sugar, you take white sugar, you add molasses to it, you have brown sugar. Let's see, sponsored by the coconut oil from Costa. You know it, babe. Bingo. This is the best bargain so far I found on coconut oil, and it tastes really good. And I use it in all things. And when the jar gets close to being empty, guess what we do? This is also good for the skin, for the hair. Has multiple purpose. It's multiple purpose oil. Let me do this. Voila. So these are no bake cookies, and they're different because they're a little bit more wet than I expected. But that's the thing about cooking. You learn, you look at things like, oh, let me try this out. Let's see what this offer size. What's gonna happen with this? Drop this in here. This is kind of fun. What's one of your favorite things to cook out there, people? Does anybody cook other than me? I had one of my friends said to me, man, you cook everything. Do you ever like to just go out? Yes. Tori and I have some of our favorite restaurants in Portland. Right now, and we really don't have to go into Portland anymore because since we moved over into Washington, there's a lot of decent restaurants. I'm gonna give a special shout out to my favorite restaurant. My favorite like seafood place in this area is the Cove. It's right on the Columbia River, near the airport, across from the airport. It's lovely. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave this like this. Because I was gonna make it a short stuff. What happens if we put them in the fridge? Okay, that's my next step. So you guys see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? That's what they look like. I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna put them in the fridge. I didn't have time because I got off of work, guys. Usually I have one. I'm gonna taste. Let me just see what it tastes like. I'm gonna make a smaller one, see what it tastes like with the sugar on it. Okay, I'll tell you guys what it's like. Okay, what does it taste like? Wow, wow. So you guys remember I tasted it before, and I tasted it with the sugar. Wow, it tastes like a cookie. It's softer. Yes, we can eat out when it's my turn. Yes. So that's the other going joke. Okay, we done with that. So voila, here are these. They do taste like cinnamon buns. It's kind of weird. You know, like when you get a hint of cinnamon bun, but it's not warm, but it does have the flavor and the same sensation as cinnamon. That's kind of strange as hell. Anyway, when it's my wife's turn to cook, guess where we end up going? The Cove, the Hammond restaurant, and there's a 360. This is I'm showing Camus love. And then there's Num Nums, which is in Vancouver, I think, babe. That's Num Nums. It's a Thai restaurant that we like going to. Not Thai, a Vietnamese restaurant. It's a Vietnamese Thai restaurant that we like going to. But I like food that when I eat the food, I can do like this. Mm, that's sexy. That's bringing my sexy back. So I have one thing I want to read and let you dear people go for the evening. Let my brother Derek go. So artificial intelligence is not designed to deal with questions. It's only designed with answers. If you ask questions, they start to break the AIs. Question is the greatest gift you can have. And I say that. How many times, let me do this, my hands are just bugging me. I lick my hands and yuck. Okay. Uh, Questions give more space. Think about the next time you get in an argument with somebody, see if you ask questions or did you just have answers. Being in the question leaves space for things to change. Well, a lot of us are like, I want to answer this right now. Well, what if you ask questions and allow people, both of you, to come up with some type of solution? Okay. Thanks for coming out, hanging out with me again for another week. I hope you enjoy this. The recipe you can find on my YouTube channel. Please push that button. Do me a favor. If you're watching the show, if you watch it later, please subscribe to my Being John Ashford on YouTube. Subscribe Being John Ashford on YouTube. Please, please, please. I need some love. Show me a little love. And if you think this is kind of interesting, pass this on to somebody else. Get the word out. Get the word. Go ahead. Are you still here? Go ahead. Go ahead and ask some people to watch this with me. Anyway, until next week, love you guys. Next week, I am going to attempt to make a cheese, a nutty cheese that's non dairy. Peace and love you. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And please do me one favor smile to somebody occasionally, like, hey, what's up? I see you. One love. Peace.